Tonight, I'm here with Meg, a long-term Tesla investor who's been investing in the stock since 2018. For long-term investors, we look at the company's fundamentals. So we're going to speak tonight about whether Tesla's fundamentals has changed. Meg, welcome to the channel.
Oh, thank you, Darren. I think Tesla fundamental has kind of changed a little bit. Like from 2018, I gotta have to be honest with what my thinking is. So like when I was starting to invest, I think there's like 5 points that makes Tesla really special. So these fundamental have kind of changed a little bit. I think some still there, some is a little bit weaker, I would say. But still overall, I still believe in Tesla that it can come out at the top. So like for the first one, for the product, right? There are many more products right now. And I have to say, some of them are compelling, right? You know, all the Kia, Hyundai, the Ioniq 5, right? Then there's Chinese BYD coming out with some like good sales, which took some Model 3 sales. And then, you know, Zeekr, all the Chinese cars, we see from like mostly from the east, right? On the west, not much, but still there are more people who are trying to match Tesla in terms of product and its ecosystem. Supercharger, like in China, is like many more abundant now. Not just Tesla supercharger, but every other car. For FSD, people don't match them yet, but
That's right.
there are other, like, you know, lane keeping control. It's getting better, but it's not matching. But like I would say, like it's not like no one at all and with Tesla, but now there's others for you to compare. And
Agreed.
sometimes people have different tastes. So yeah, this one is a little bit weaker in terms of product. Not because Tesla is worse, but Chinese people are catching up very fast.
I want to add one nuance to this as well. Yes, it is true that many Chinese EVs, great interiors, great quality, BYD builds great batteries. However, I believe that both can exist side by side. BYD is making great cars at the lower end of the spectrum. They're moving upwards. They just launched a premium luxury brand just this month. Tesla, on the other hand, is making great cars in the luxury segment. So, if you look at Tesla sales in China, the Model Y was the number one premium SUV in the country. It was the only premium SUV brand that grew double digits. In fact, Tesla's Model Y sales were up 85% last year in China. The sales is more than double the number two premium SUV brand in the country. So I think there's more great EVs, but not everyone is competing at the same price point at Tesla effectively yet.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. So Y is still doing very, very good. And I think there's more room to expand. So the second point is the pace of innovation. This one, I think, is getting faster for Tesla. So it was fast, but now since like the company get bigger, it has more capital to, you know, try other things. Not just like, you know, everyone do a Model 3 and just try to deliver everyone, like, you know, all hands on deck on just one thing. Now everyone have more time, but still pressured by Elon and from above to, you know, execute and try something new. And this thing is the DNA of the company, and it's still happening around the world. And I think this one will allow Tesla to continue to innovate in terms of, you know, getting better margin and also doing the optionality things, like, you know, and also vertical integrate better. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, there's lots of challenging things that Elon said he would do, but still that haven't accomplished. But I think the company is still moving in the right direction. And sometimes hard things just take time, longer than you thought. But yeah, I think they're moving very fast still.
I agree. It's a fair criticism that Tesla do not always deliver on their target deadlines. They're often very aspirational. Elon often says, we excel in turning the impossible to the late. Model Y, to give Tesla credit, Model Y was actually delivered on time, not slightly earlier. It launched pretty much on track. FSD Beta 11, many have been waiting. Elon actually talked about it in January last year. And it's still not yet out. So there are things that are going well, there are things that are taking more time. But what we see is that Tesla's ability to execute on their plans is strong. The watch out is as the company grows, as it gets more cash reserves, as doing more projects in parallel. Does it still able to maintain its focus to do a few things really well?
Yeah, that's right. for the third part is the business model, the way they vertical integrate. I think this one will give Tesla like a lot of advantage in terms of get overcoming the chip shortage, overcoming the battery shortage a little bit, because like it have good supply chain, and then and also get more margin from being selling right to the consumer, and selling insurance and whatever. So I think this one is still pretty strong, but in terms of supply chain, I think it's Tesla used to be the only one who do the whole thing and do it well. But at this time of the year it's easier for others to reduce cost, not as much as Tesla, but with the better supply. So basically, when the car industry they slowly build, when the EV industry go up, right? There's gonna be more supply layer that support, and then these people are fighting to reduce cost too. For example, like maybe a Chinese car company doesn't have to build their own motor or build their make the leather seat just like Tesla does.
Yes.
It's something they can do to kind of like fight in terms of price a bit more, although they still not innovate as fast or have less ability to move around or move not as fast. But in terms of ability to fight in terms of margin, they can fight a little bit better when all the supply is is settled. It's built up. Yeah. So
I agree. We are seeing that there are less supply constraints in the industry in 2023. It's set to improve as well as the months pass by. BYD is a great example of vertical integration being done well. It allows them to not just reduce costs, scale better, but also innovate faster. However, companies like BYD are the exception rather than the rule in the auto industry.
Yeah.
In fact, most of legacy auto around the world are struggling very hard with this.
Yeah. I think the supply chain are being built fast only in China. That's why like some Chinese company can ramp up pretty fast. But in the other part of the world, it's still very hard to grab this and that and turn it into a good car. It's still very hard, and very expensive. So it's not that like everyone can do it. Fourth is Elon himself. So Elon I think he's still the face of the company, and I think it's very I'm still like a full fanboy of him. I support him whatever he does, like Twitter, rockets, and everything. But in terms of his impact on the company, it's a little bit less because he has to spread more of his time into fixing the world in many things, and he kind of I think he drove off some like great people, potential employee out a little bit from like all the Twitter stuff. But so it's still strong, but it's less than the time when he was sleeping in the factory, totally focusing on getting Tesla up and efficient, and then like in China, everything. So I would say maybe like 70% of the impact on on the first day compared to 2018. Yeah.
What I'm hearing from you, Mick, is that Elon is not personally like spending as much of his physical time on Tesla.
Yeah.
But people also say that he's got a better team now. The company is bigger. It's a more
course,
mature company. There are better processes. It's a more well-run machine.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I don't argue with that, but it's just like compare Elon right now. What if like I'm just saying like if it's not 100%, if it's 100%, it means like Elon like focus only Tesla and SpaceX, and he's like sometimes sleep in Gigafactory or something. But he used to do it a while ago, but now he's like everywhere. Like he has so many things to do.
That's fair.
But I don't expect that from him though, because he has to do many things. He have many aspirations, and that's okay. Yeah.
That is okay. I think what Mick is pointing out here is the opportunity cost. Elon is doing things that are what he believes is very important, not just to him, but to society. In Twitter, in Neuralink, in a boring company. But then that's an opportunity cost of his energy and resourcefulness that could have been put into Tesla instead.
Right.
And what could have been the possibilities if Elon was just all in the Tesla?
Yeah.
And let other leaders solve other problems. But that is a personal choice that Elon has made. And
Gotta
we're
respect
all
that.
in this journey together.
Yeah.
So for all the pain that Elon brings, if there was no Elon today, Tesla stock price would be zero because the company would not exist.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And the fifth one is the sustainability, like the mega trend of the world going green. This one really impacts Tesla at the start because everyone, like the new generation, everyone actually, most of people wants the world to do well, and one of the way to impact the world a lot, very very much at that time, was to join Tesla, help like make an EV, which is like contribute to maybe like the more like car 25% of all emission or something, right? So yeah, it was something very like very very important trend and like a must that at that time. But I think right now the world is it's still a lot to be done, but I think it's on a good trajectory to solving climate change. I think the climate change is doing well. Many corporate, many people are more focused on that. I mean, the government as well, they offer policy which sometimes too optimistic, sometimes they're not taking enough action. But I think it's moving in the right direction, like from like if you try to be optimist a bit, and and it was only Tesla then who tried to drive this mission, right? But now there's other EV company, pure EV, who drove that mission too. This reduced like ability for Tesla to like hire, like just purely from the motivation of not just solving hard problem, but like helping the world. I think there are many more options now, to like in many companies that like give you opportunity like this. I think that's so the trend has been like peak, and right now there AI and other people, other things that like even Elon thinks himself like the first thing right now is not the sustainability anymore, right? He said first thing is the woke the woke thing, the trend. Did he say
Fight
that?
the woke mind virus.
Yeah, that, and I think even Tesla mission itself, I think Elon is trying to move it past the like accelerating sustainability into making the world full of bots, full of productivity. Yeah, I think in the end, once sustainability achieved, maybe 30 or 40% of renewable is made right now, less carbon emission, or maybe zero. At that time, is it become less and less important of the less I mean, not important, but less and less attractive for mission for Tesla to pull in customer, to pull in employee, prospective employee or something. Because at that time, 2018, right? If you love the world, if you want the world to be better, and then there was only Tesla, like the only EV. But right now, customer in terms of big trend. Oh, I would love to make the world better. I don't limit only on Tesla now. I can buy one or two or three. It's EV also or something like that.
In a sense, it's almost like Tesla is a victim of its success.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
inspired
yeah.
companies, governments, a lot more people, young students to embrace the transition to sustainable energy.
Yeah.
So
I
they've done a
think-
good job there, and they need to move on. They need to grow.
Yeah. So the next one is very ambitious also, which is like increase productivity by 100x from the bot or something. That is very extraordinary as well. But yeah, it's the victim of its own success, and not many of the EV company would exist today without Tesla showing them that they could be successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you look at how Tesla's positioned recruiting talent in the past 1 or 2 years, very few young engineers wake up in the morning and say, I want to make a truck that's 10% better. And so Tesla's AI Day has been one of the biggest talent draws. First AI Day 2 years ago, in
Autonomy Day,
2021.
Yeah.
Right? Then the second AI Day last year. And these two AI Days are a way to attract young engineers who now want to solve new frontiers, new problems, which is robotics. I think EVs feel like a solved problem. EVs feel like, yes, the world is really moving towards a direction. Almost every company is. When you get Toyota to agree that EVs are the future,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
mission accomplished, yeah?
Yeah.
Now it's just about executing that mission.
Yeah.
But you can see it playing out. The progress is moving.
Yeah, it's very clear. It's moving fast, and I think one day, in a while though, that Tesla mission's gotta change because it's done.
Agree.
Yeah.
Tesla's mission has to evolve. We can't just be transitioning the world to sustainable energy because people are asking, then what are Tesla bots for? It's more than just sustainable energy. It's more than that.
It's abundant.
Yeah, it's creating abundance. It's really changing human society for the better. Many people have been asking for Elon Musk to share Tesla Master Plan Part 3. It's not formally out yet. Hopefully we'll hear that in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Mick, thank you for sharing your perspectives on how you've seen Tesla's fundamentals have changed.
Yep. Thank you so much, Darren, for interviewing.
Let us know down in the comments below, how do you personally feel Tesla's fundamentals have changed? Have they changed for the better? Have they stayed the same? Or have they changed for the worse? If you found this video useful, please click the like button. And hit subscribe not just to this channel, but Meg also has a YouTube channel as well.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your YouTube channel?
Actually, it's a Thai investing channel. It's a small channel called หุ้นเปลี่ยนโลก. So yeah, if you're Thai listening, maybe you can go subscribe. Thank you.
So the channel's in Thai. It covers investing not just on Tesla, but a wider portfolio.
Right. Yes.
And we'll put a link down in the video description. We wish all Tesla investors in 2023 a prosperous year. Cheers.
Cheers.